Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hot Zone. I'm your host, Jason Robinson, and in the Hot Zone today, we've got Grammy winner and Oscar nominee, R&B singer H.E.R. We're going to speak to her about her musical journey, about winning a Grammy for her Song of the Year, I Can't Breathe, about her Oscar nomination for her song Fight for You for the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, performing at this year's Super Bowl, and so much more. So stay tuned, because you're in the Hot Zone. And welcome back to the Hot Zone. We are joined by Grammy winner, Oscar nominee, R&B singer, H.E.R. Welcome to the Hot Zone, H.E.R.
Thank you for having me.
I'm just so excited for everything that's going on in your career, from the Grammy wins, the Oscar nomination, performing at the Super Bowl. I'm so excited for everything that's going on in your career. So we're going to get into all of that a little bit later, but just want to start off by asking you, how are you and your family doing during this whole COVID-19 pandemic? You guys hanging in there?
Oh, honestly, we're blessed. I know a lot of people that have lost somebody close to them because of the virus, and I have not. Thank God. My family's been safe. My mom's a nurse, so I was really concerned in the beginning of quarantine, but everybody's all good. I've been able to see them, and I quarantined with my family, spent a lot of time with them, and I usually wouldn't have got that time. So everything's been great.
Growing up as a child, when did you first realize that you wanted to pursue music as your career?
I'm not sure if it really ever was like, oh, I want to be a musician. I think throughout the years, it was just a given. I came out the womb, singing and learning how to play instruments. My dad was a musician for fun. And I think I kind of just gravitated towards it. And I got signed really young. My parents kind of gave me every opportunity I could to do what it was I loved to do. It was music. After I graduated high school, there was a moment of like, am I going to do this 100%? Am I going to go to college? There was pressure and figuring out who I was going to become as an artist and as a young woman. And so I started making songs that represented, what I kind of went through as a young woman, becoming a young woman, and this very honest and vulnerable kind of painful music, because when you're a teenager, it's like always the end of the world. And that's kind of what I was expressing. And then I ended up creating Volume 1, and it released in 2016. And, the history.
Your mom is Filipino and your father is Black. Did you face any struggles growing up?
Absolutely. I always kind of felt like an outsider. I always felt like, okay, I'm too Filipino for the Black kids, or too Black for the Filipino kids, for the Asian kids. And I kind of was like trying to figure out who I was and how to represent both, and what that even meant. As a young kid, you kind of are looking to fit in, you're looking to relate, and assimilate in a way. And I learned and was embraced by the people around me to accept who I am, and I can represent both. We got soul food and Filipino food.
Yeah, right.
And kind of celebrate both, and be happy with who you are, what you represent, what your hair looks like, and what you like, and all those things.
Now, with the recent hate crimes against Asians and the Black community, how much has that hit you since you're so close to that? Has it hit you really hard?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, what's been happening with the Black community has been happening for years. Yeah. We've always seen it. It's just been in our faces even more now because of social media, and because we were in quarantine. We were in a pandemic where you had to just sit and notice and even self-reflect. So, I've always been big on change there. And with the Asian community, it's just a result of ignorance. It's ignorance, and it's really sad. And I think I don't understand it. I don't understand how somebody could hurt somebody in that way, in any way, and especially some of the stories I'm seeing. But I think it's important for us to unite now. I think it's important for us to recognize what's going on and try to move forward from it, and figure out how to change it.
I was watching some clips of you growing up as a kid and performing so early at such a young age. I saw some clips of you performing at the Apollo, which was amazing. And I watched another clip of you performing on the Today Show, which I was just sitting there, her with my mouth like wide open, like, no, this little girl, she's not 10. She's like 30 years old. It was like crazy. Like, seriously, I was like so surprised. How did you have so much confidence and so much maturity as a 10-year-old at that age? Because you were like phenomenal. Where did all the confidence come from at such a young age?
Man, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, honestly. I really don't know. It was just in me, you know. It was something. It was like, this is who I am. This is what I love to do. I've always been kind of a sure kid, you know. I was always very, very sure of myself. And even when I was unsure, at the end of the day, it was like music was kind of there as a reminder of who I am, what I represent, what I want to do in life, you know, and what I would be without it. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, you know. Like maybe I've been here before. People always say that, like, oh, you sound like you've been here before. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Right. Exactly. So now from the 10-year-old to the beautiful 23-year-old woman that you are today, did you think that you would be so successful at this point in your career from 10 to 23?
I didn't imagine, you know, everything that's happening to me now would be happening. I hope for a lot of the things, you know, I made like a dream board, a vision board.
Yeah.
When I was releasing my first project, and I achieved everything on that board, you know, almost everything on that board, and so much more. I feel like I didn't expect all of this to happen, and I'm kind of just going with it and not forcing anything, and just doing what I do, and that's why the blessings come, you know. I'm just doing what I do. I do what I love. I lead with passion, and I think that's most important, you know. And I'm in love with the process, you know, and the accolades are amazing, and it's such a blessing. It's confirmation for me that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and it gives my words and my music so much meaning. So I really, really appreciate, you know, that love, but I'm in love with the process, and I'm looking forward to higher heights. And this is just the beginning of my career, you know, which is the craziest thing. So
I want to congratulate you on all of your success and for your Grammy win. That is so amazing. You won a Grammy, your recent Grammy for I Can't Breathe. What did that mean for you, and how important was that for your career?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's Song of the Year, you know, that's a huge category, and with so many huge artists, you know. It was Beyonce and Post Malone and Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish and so many others. And it just felt like, wow, you know, something that I said and felt during the summer. We were dealing with the protests and, you know, just everything that was happening. My voice mattered, and what I had to say mattered. So it meant a lot. It meant the world to me.
And you said that you were surprised that you won. I know you said you were sitting next to Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. Were you really surprised? I mean, that was a great song.
Thank you so much. I was very surprised. I was very, very, very surprised, honestly, because, you know, you make something from the heart, and you think that that's just what it is. It's just, that's what it is. So I said it in my speech, and I didn't imagine that it would become the soundtrack to somebody's march or cry or, you know, anything like that. So it meant the world to me.
And also, congratulations are in order for your Oscar nomination. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. You are nominated for an Oscar for your song in the Judas and the Black Messiah, you know, Fight for You. It's a great song. How much of an honor is that for you?
It's huge. I never imagined I would be getting an Oscar nomination, especially now, especially for a song that is important. It's such an important film. It's such an important message and song to me. So I didn't imagine that I would be getting Oscar nominated for that either. So it's really powerful. It's really powerful. I learned so much in the process of being part of that film. So I'm so thankful.
How were you able to get the opportunity to do a song for this great film?
Well, I got a call, you know, Archie, he works with RCA, and he was working with the film. You know, they called me, they said, we think you could, you know, make a song, a theme song for this film. And I said, I think I can make a masterpiece. You know, I said that to them. And I'm a huge, you know, late 60s, early 70s music, soul baby. I'm a huge fan of that era of music. So I was listening to some Marvin Gaye and Curtis Mayfield, and getting into, you know, that vibe. And yeah, I think they, you know, believed I could take it there musically. And so we did it. You know, we thought about all the themes that were in the film, and that's kind of how I got to Fight for You.
It's an amazing song. I love it. I really love it. And such a great movie. So, you know, this Sunday, the Oscars, can't wait. So now speak to me about performing. Earlier this year, you performed at the Super Bowl, America the Beautiful. What did that mean for you and for a lot of the other young Black women out there?
Oh my gosh, me being on that stage, on that big stage, and being a young Black woman is a message, you know, in itself. And I was just so proud and happy to you know, be bringing some joy in this weird time. I really enjoyed that whole experience. It was like the first time I had performed in like a really long time. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just happy to be here. And I was so nervous, and it was amazing. It was a really great experience.
You always want to move the ball forward, and you always want to make a change. When I listen to your music, is that your goal when you're recording your music? Is that what your goal is?
I don't think expression necessarily has a goal. You know, I think I always have goals in life and goals in when I release music, but in the initial creative process, it's just expression. It's just my outlet. Music is a form of expression for me. It's a place to get it all out. You know, it's a diary for me, or, you know, it's a voice for me to just play, just feel. It's a feeling. It's not really an agenda, you know?
In terms of other artists that you would like to work with, or you might maybe look up to. Yeah, I look at you and I'm like, wow, she's like the Alicia Keys, like the Prince, like you're up there with those greats. Do you look at artists like that, and what are the other artists you might want to maybe work with in the future?
Oh man, you named some of my favorites, so that's enough to say that. Thank you so much. I mean, Lauryn Hill is definitely up there for me. I would love to work with Lauryn, and I would love to work with Stevie Wonder. I'm a huge Stevie Wonder fan. So
what can your fans look forward to in the future coming up projects wise?
My album is coming out soon, so, you know, keep watch. I'm definitely releasing my album. It's literally right in the finishing process, so I'm excited about that. I'm releasing a reggae EP. I'm bringing my festival back. Hopefully it all works out. Lights On Fest, which I created in the Bay Area to celebrate R&B music and show people R&B is alive. And yeah, those are some of the things I'm working on right now.
Much success to you, H.E.R. Seriously, it's a great career that you've been having so far, and the best part is so much more is to come. So I wish you all success in the future, and good luck at the Oscars this Sunday. I know you're gonna win, and I know.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, what's up? I'm H.E.R. and I'm in the Hot Zone.